Hey there, guys and gals. Wanted to make this one in relation to being present in the moment. I'm sure all of us are very consciously aware of all the craziness that's going on in the world. You know, not too long ago, we did not have the internet, by the way, and now everything's online. And even worse than that, now we have AI, with which you can just create content left, right, and center. It doesn't even have to be true. So now we have more discernment necessary than ever before in human history, which that's when you look at something, being able to figure out, is this bullshit or is this real? And we have it in all the most important places in society. We don't know what's going on with economics. We don't know what's going on with politics. We don't know what's going on with celebrities or reality or anything. We don't know what's true and what's not true, and it's stressing people the fuck out. I'm seeing this more and more by the day. There's a lot of things just coming to a head. People are at each other's throats. Everyone wants to blame somebody for something. I mean, what's new? This is fucking America, right? That's what we do here. But within all of that, I think people are losing the main point. The main point being that happiness is what you make of it. That you are the one that decides if you're happy or not. I've seen people that are absolutely dirt poor, no money at all, with a giant grin on their face. They're happy because they're content. Whereas there's some that no matter how much you get, they'll never be content. They'll never be happy because they always think they need more. It's a mindset thing. Some people have a lack mindset. Some people have an abundance mindset. Abundance is that you always have enough for when you need it. It doesn't mean that you have everything in the world. And lack is the opposite of that. It's where no matter how much you actually have, you need more in the present moment. This is why things like materialism are so deadly. Because at the end of the day, you're going to keep needing to scratch that itch more and more, and I don't think that one's ever going to go away. It's not like herpes. You can't get a fucking pill for it. You just have to come to terms that maybe the second jet ski is not going to give you any more enjoyment than the first one. If anything, the second you leave the store after the purchase, your enjoyment's already gone. It's fleeting. Psychology has found that usually it's the point of purchase that people have the highest amount of dopamine spike. It's because that's the exchange. That's, oh God, I got what I wanted. But the second you get what you want, now you're on to the next best thing. You want something new. So guys, let's reel it back in and become present in the moment. You know, why are we constantly obsessed with needing to know what's going on outside of our present reality? Think about this. Really fucking think about this. Let's say you were Abraham Lincoln back in the days when he was a kid. We've all heard those stories, right? He was out in a logging cabin somewhere, just chopping wood. You know, good old honest Abe. Do you think he was checking his TikTok and his Twitter? No. I don't think he was fucking checking anything. I think maybe he'd get a letter every now and then. And even then, that letter, he would have to go to the actual post office back then because not everyone would just have mailmen deliver things to you, right? So he had to be present. He was present. He had to. There was nowhere else he could put his attention. And so with his intention and his attention, he was able to succeed greatly in many things. If you've ever listened to one of his speeches, which they have some on YouTube, they use AI, even though I just shit all over AI, but you can listen to him talk, like what he would have sounded like. He's a very literate man. You can read his writings. He was insanely charismatic through the pen. I mean, my man could probably get you to do damn near anything. All right? The point of this being that his skill set, who he became, entirely was dictated by what he did in his present moment. He set an intention that he was going to work on himself. Okay? You can't control what's going on in this fucking reality. This shit's wild. Okay? I ignore it. There's no point. It's going to happen whether you like it or not. Just real quick, just touch your face. touch your face. You are a person. You, this person. Okay? And that person is separate from the reality, the script that's going on outside of you. You have full autonomy and control of your person, whereas that script outside of you, you really don't. You can control how you move through it, right? So you can play with it to benefit you and to benefit other people and to be of service to others, or you can be a victim of it. You can act like the script should be benefiting you, but it keeps working against me. Oh, life is so hard. But life gets harder the more you think about how hard it is. Whereas if you keep saying to yourself, you know what, I'm going to be present in the moment and I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be joyful. I am blissful. You start to attract those things into your reality because that's what you're conscious of. What you are conscious of, what you think of, what you set an intention for is what you will attract. So guys, if you are feeling stressed out right now, like I know a lot of people are, turn off your phone. Go outside. Do some quick breaths in, right? Just breathe it in. Look up at the birds chirping. Look at the clouds. Look at the amazing blue moon that we're going to have later. Or if you can see it right now, you can probably go outside and see it. Okay? And just relax. Bring it back in. And realize that any problem that you have in your current state of reality is not going to be solved from something outside of you. Okay? If you're looking outside of you for answers that lie within you, you're not going to find them. Okay? And if you're constantly stressing out and you're going online and going on there for answers, it's just going to get worse because you have to change your energetic presence. You have to raise your vibration. The number one way to lower your vibration is to constantly be checking in on things like the news and the economy and the politics and the culture wars and all this other bullshit that's going on, right? Because a lot of that stuff, it's made by narcissists for narcissists, people that are very self-centered. It will drain you. It absolutely fucking will. It wants your energy. It's a pendulum. That's all they care about. Everything is yellow journalism these days. Go look that one up. Okay? Back in the day, they used to gaslight us and say, oh yeah, only during times of war, for purposes of, shaping sentimentality of the people towards the war to make it so it's a good thing, they would use yellow journalism. This is sensationalist journalism. This is where they won't tell you necessarily the full truth because they know they'll get more clicks. Well, lo and behold, it fucking worked and it's popular. So that's what all the shit is today. Everything you see, most likely, is not the full truth. If you want to be the happiest version of yourself in life, just embrace your own personal truth. You don't need to fucking listen to them. You don't need to pay attention to them. You don't need to play by their rules. You can go through every single day, irrespective of the reality that you're currently existing in, right? Let's say things aren't so great. If you start telling yourself that they are, right, and that you are working towards a better life, that I am experiencing a more blissful and joyful experience here, all right, that I am alleviating my stress. If you speak these words consistently, almost like you yourself are like a robot, like make robotic affirmations of the good things, you'll start to notice them more. It is all consciousness at this point, guys. Things are going to start kicking up. Things are going to get crazy. You cannot get involved. You have to stay away. You have to become aware, and you have to use your discernment.